On the item card, when I'm a salesperson, how can I use pricing? So how does sales pricing work for me? So on my item, my red shirt, I'm first going to change my sales unit of measure back to an each, all right? But it's relative that my each price is $35 that we sell this shirt for. Now, if we want to run pricing, we need to go up into our menu and click sales prices, and you'll notice that it's giving me a grid, and the grid is broken down by 4 types of transactions. Number 1, who is the specific customer? Add item. Number 2, customer price group, which could be our large corporate customers. Number 3 scenario is all customers, and then I can't click in here because there's no further details in that. The 4th type of price line we've got is a sales campaign that has a start and an end date. All right. So in doing this, I can turn around and I can create pricing under these circumstances using a unit of measure and then manipulate the pricing how we see fit. I'm going to highlight all, and I'm going to delete these and start again. So for my example today, I'm going to use all customers, red shirt, unit of measure is in each, and when we buy 10, okay, what did I do there? So all customers, there we go, unit of measure is in each. When we do 10, we want to sell this for $30. Now I'm going to do another example, same customers. When we sell 20, instead of turning around and selling it for $30, I'm going to sell it for 15% cost plus, which is, well, 15's a little low. Let's go 30, 50, 60. All right, I'm going to use 60% just for a round figure. So when we sell 20 of these, we are reducing the price by using a cost plus percentage. All right. Now, in this scenario as well, I'm going to give us a customer price group, and regardless of what this customer group buys of quantity, I'm going to just set it down to $15. Okay, so we've got a scenario here of pricing on this item called red shirt. What does that look like here for us? All right, let's go take a look. So we're going to go into a sales quote. We're going to click new, select a customer, and choose our t-shirt. By default, select a quantity of 1, and our price is showing here at $35. If I change the quantity to 10, the price automatically changes now following the price list. If I change it to 20, my price here is changed down to the reduced price of $20. What happens, and how do I apply against this customer a price group? So for example, I'm going to go up here, quote, into the customer card. From the customer card, I'm going to go down into the customer price group and apply to Additim's account, the large price group. Now that I've done that, I'm going to delete this sales quote and go create a fresh quote, and it's going to pull that into the sales quote. Let's get our red shirt and quantity of 1, and our price regardless is $15. I can change it to 10 and it's going to stay at $15. 20, it stays at $15 because the customer price group was applied to the customer's card. If I change this customer's card to tray research, do you want to change? Do you want to change? Dimensions have changed. That's fine. And straight away on the line, the pricing has changed back to our previous scenario that was set on the item card. So from a sales perspective, item pricing is such a powerful thing for you to be able to turn around and provide your customers with what you've agreed to, and you can put it on the customer's account. So pricing just here in sales prices, there's ways which will show you in the customer card how you can turn around and look up those price lists for those customers.